Welcome back, everybody, to game number 3 of this best of 5 series between Isolation's Empire and Denial Esports. ISO taking the S&D with ease there, 6-2. They had an opportunity to close it out with a perfect 6-0, but nice clutch 1v2 from replays kept Denial alive, but unfortunately it was too little too late. So we move into this game 3. Fox, you were unable to get into the lobby in time, but we'll still have you talk about it. Biolab uplink. Of all the players in the lobby, who are you looking out for to go big on this game 3?
For Biolab uplink, I really see Hook redeeming himself. We talked about him a lot today, and that's because he's put on quite a show for us in every respawn game mode, really. I think that's the only thing he struggled in was that Detroit S&D right there. So I think that's a player to look out for. But also, Temp and Slasher on Denial with those ARs are going to be your players, taking those height advantages, playing defense when they need to, and also getting in those aggressive positions to help the drone.
Off the start, Temp is 6-2. He was just on a 5 streak. Denial already up 2-0. Slasher playing very aggressively with that AR, doing what he does best, turning on Havoc there for the moment, putting some shots down to help out his teammates. The drone in the hands of Hook. He's going to go for the dunk. Gets cut down, though, just prior to scoring, so he went for the risky play. Didn't pay off because the nade hit him and dropped his health to one shot almost instantly. Now Llama has the drone. He's got one more player there to help him out. Wins that gunfight versus Temp. That's evasion. He's going to try to go for the 2-point play, and he connects. 2-2. Isolation now on the board.
All right, 2-2 Isolation. If you can you tell me who is on the good side right now? Who is coming from, who is actually going to become, or going towards blue to score?
Right now, Denial is trying to score on the blue side of the map, or from green side of the map.
All right, so you would imagine that they'd go into the second half of the lead right now. It is tied up, but I'm going to say
Isolation.
I'm sorry?
No, Isolation just wound up scoring. And Fox, so far from what we've really seen, Denial was doing a fantastic job of playing aggressively and locking Isolation into red and really just shutting them down. But so far, it's really been ISO who's been able to grab the drone and wrap it through. Once the drone drops in their base, they grab it and wrap it through red to score at Eskies. What is really the play style on that? What's the play call to decide to wrap it into green versus just throwing it off the map? When do you want to do it? When do you not want it?
It's usually a really scary, really risky play because it can be shut down so easily based on the opponent's spawns. But if you can kill them all and instantly make that decision and waste no time at all, while you're making your way over there, they're still on respawn and you can score.
Well, right now, Replay's going for the 2-point dunk. He's going to connect Denial back in the lead. A team kill coming out of Tito. Slasher rotating through bottom ice. He's trying to pick up the kill on Llama, but gets turned on. Unfortunately for him, just missed some shots there, and he got cut down. The drone back in the hands of Isolation. They've got it inside purple. Llama's got that one in hand. The dynamic map element has come into play. That's going to take away some of the sight lines from the boys on Isolation, and Llama basically just threw the drone to Denial. He meant to throw it towards bottom snow. Unfortunately, it bounced all the way into Eski. Slasher grabbed it, didn't hesitate, and just ran it right in with ease. 6-3, a little bit of a sloppy play there out of Isolation. And,
yeah, I really wish I could have seen that turn on. As you said, I was not able to make it into the lobby, but still watching from the live stream and seeing Denial, I'd say perform very well this map so far.
Yeah, realistically, it's just been a couple plays in which they didn't hesitate and it's paid off. It's been for really both teams. Even the time that Isolation was able to rotate it through red and dunk and bottom Eskies, they had no hesitations. Evasion won a big gunfight. Now Llama going in for the 2-point play. He's able to make it happen, 6-5. These two teams very evenly matched so far in this uplink game mode. Fox, slaying category right now, pretty even, maybe 2 or 3 kills in favor of Denial. Is that something you'd expect between these two teams on the respawn game mode?
You would expect Denial to be on top here, but we really can't take anything away from Isolation. It's a very strong squad, even with them playing with a fill-in today.
Right now, 6-5, the drone back in the hands of Isolation. Hook trying to flank the player who has that objective. He just turned on Dito. Another instance in which a player should have had a kill, but then just lost it in the final moments. The toss coming in, that's going to bounce just short and off the map. Isolation missing the opportunity to tie the game up. Still very close game. They still have control of the drone area, and Havoc and Dito just combined for 3 kills. This should be a prime scoring opportunity, but what a spawn for Slasher. He just spawned bottom elbow, picked up the kill on the player. They're now going to begin to wrap this one through bottom Eskies. They might be able to score here in the final 12 seconds.
Slasher has a drone. Through red.
They're running it right through red. Slasher with the drone in hand, gets it towards top green. He's got 2 players to beat. The help of his teammate comes in just a little bit too late. The stun kill out of Temp. The drone is off the map, and at the end of side number 1, it's 6-5, Denial with the 1-point advantage.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of really aggressive, really bold plays through red so far with that drone this game from both teams.
Oh, absolutely. And realistically, in your final moments, it was a clutch kill from Llama to slow the aggression. In bottom Eskies, he just kind of flooded right out of mid-bio and just tried to stop the drone from getting into green. He bought his teammates enough time to rotate all the way back to their base, and it paid off. I see Smith in the chat asking, where is the bracket right now? You can go ahead and search on Game Battles for the 10K bracket and the date, or you can go on Google and search Game Battle 10K tournament and put the date next to it. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Off the start, though, of side number 2, it's Slasher, who's already pushed towards top purple, but Havoc is right there to take him out. A nice kill to get Slasher out of the power position. 6-5, and now we're on side number 2, Fox. It's going to be up to Isolation to score on the green side of the map. What must they do to kind of take advantage of Denial here and get the lead in their favor? Well,
coming through, going on the good side, they actually had a very good half for them to start off on bad side. You've got to go for those easy throws, you know. Don't force the 2-point plays if you don't have to. You know, when you're coming in throwing from blue, there are so many easy opportunities. As long as you can slay, you know, halfway decent, you can open up one of them.
And that's actually something we could point out too, Fox, is that earlier on when Denial tried to force that 2-point dunk, they got cut down. That gave ISO the opportunity to grab the drone and go for the 1-2-point dunk that got them on the board. So that was a big 4-point swing, and it reflects in the score at the moment. Hook doing a fantastic job of locking down purple for his team. 3 fall for Isolation. Slasher has that drone. Unfortunately for him, 2 players got that elbow spawn yet again. He's just going to go for the 1-point toss. He will connect with that one. 7-5. Now a 2-point game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is with Denial in this first half here. They started off strong, and then they just started to have a couple failed attempts in a row. I'm not sure if it's, you know, them coming in from that horrible Detroit S&D loss. Maybe they're a little demoralized, but Isolation is definitely showing up right here and could come out on top.
Temp currently sitting at 21-17, replays 20-14 as well. The drone back in the hands of Denial. They're doing a fantastic job so far on side number 2 of ensuring that ISO can't get their hands on the objective. We're a minute and 51 seconds into side 2, Fox. ISO hasn't touched the drone once as of yet. I can see a lot of people saying hashtag SCUP 10K in the chat. As you've seen from the MLG Twitter, be sure to stay active in the chat, tweet out the stream, use the hashtag to have a chance to win. A little bit of broadcaster lag there, back on board with replays, doing all he can to try to just keep that drone in the opposing team's base. Finally, Evasion has that objective in his hands. He's running it towards top rails. Goes for the 1-point toss. Hook cuts him down just in time and gets the 2-piece as well. Denial back in control.
And there it is, Hook coming to life here. It's really not often that you'll see a player like Replays have a much higher KD than Hook. 2 times in a row, he actually had a better KD in that Detroit S&D, and now we're seeing it again here in Biolab Uplink.
Oh, this is going to be a 1-point toss from Slasher. Goes for it. Not able to connect. That's going to fly right off the map. Now, that's big, Fox. Talk to me a little bit, talk to the viewers about the difference between, well, a 1-possession game versus a 2-possession game, especially in the final 2 minutes.
Well, for that 1-possession game, going for throws is normally a lot easier than having to go for that dunk. So obviously, you got to make every shot count. It's really, it comes down to muscle memory. You know, you should be able to hit those shots just 100% of the time, to be perfectly honest.
Unfortunately for the boys on Denial, Slasher missing that opportunity. That means that, well, 1 dunk will tie back up the game instead of a dunk and a shot. In the final minute, that's, what, 10, 15 seconds of time, and you need to hold down map control for even longer. It's a much higher order to ask for. 90 seconds remaining. Still, Isolation scoreless on side number 2. It's been all Denial so far. And with Temp winning gunfights like this inside purple, it's going to be tough for Isolation to mount this comeback. Oh, God, he just destroyed Havoc. The drone in no one's hand right now, Fox. 80 seconds remaining. Llama gets cut down yet again. Denial with it. Right now, they just can't get control of purple. I mean, from what I'm seeing, Isolation has yet to send a player through middle ice to try to flank the players of Denial who are setting up right outside purple. When do you make that play call? Who do you want to just kind of say to his team, you know, guys, we got to start flanking through ice. We got to start catching Denial off guard right now. Playing straight up just isn't working.
Really, for ISO, I mean, I guess the player you would expect to do that is Dito. I think he has a great leadership role for this team, and that's usually the person you would expect to speak up and let them know that's what they need to be doing, especially because they have a fill-in, so he might not just, know these things, know who does what. That's something that you would expect him to do.
Fox, some major turn of events just happened. Isolation got 4 dead in their base. They immediately grabbed the drone, wrapped it through red, with all 4 players up on their team, and they dunked it in with 28 seconds remaining. It's now 7-7, and we could see the missed shot from earlier from Slasher come back to hurt Denial in a potential game number 3 loss. The series is tied up 1-1. Hook, the final player alive, putting shots down. The drone now in the hands of Llama. He goes for the 1-point toss. He misses it. It winds up bouncing, tries to get the recovery. Unfortunately, though, he's not able to get it. It just bounced off the map. He had a perfect opportunity to win the game for his team, and he missed it. In the final 2 minutes, Denial and ISO both missed textbook 1-point plays, and now we're going into overtime.
Yeah, and right there, Slasher's got to be kicking himself. If he would have hit that shot, they wouldn't be in overtime right now. They would be on top, and this would be the end of the map.
What a turn of events in the end. Llama just narrowly missing that shot. We are now in overtime. Denial is going to be spawning up bottom Eskies, so they're going to be on the favored side here, or the preferred side, to start things off. Slasher wants to start off this OT very hot, and unfortunately Havoc cuts him down right away.
Yeah, so both Slasher and Llama missing those huge throws. That's what's going to bring us into this overtime here. Who do you have coming out on top in overtime here?
I mean, right now, Isolation's got the drone inside mid-bio, but Dito gets cut down before he can get the toss off outside of window. Llama in a position to possibly score for his team, but he falls yet again. Denial doing a great job of winning the trades and clearing out their base. Slasher playing this one a little bit more slowly. He was about to run it through mid-ice, but he decided, nope, you know what, I'm going to rotate this one back in towards purple. He had no one there for coverage. Smart heads-up play from him instead of forcing it. Possibly just made his team have an opportunity to score, but unfortunately for him, the rest of his team's getting cut down. Evasion with the drone in hand, 2 minutes remaining. They're doing all they can to continue to put the pressure on the Wolfpack. Denial doing all they can to stop the aggression from Isolation. This is such a close overtime so far. No one able to get the drone really further than the midway point. Okay, here's the opportunity from Denial. Slasher running it through mid-bio. He's got 2 lead blockers. There's 1 player flanking behind him. In these final moments, it could be Llama clutching up. The toss comes in from Slasher. The stun hit him, and it was just enough for Denial to toss in the 1-point play. That's going to leave Isolation with just about 2 minutes to try to make this comeback happen. Oh, no, just kidding. With just about 1 minute, sorry, to make this comeback happen. They're going to need a flawless start.
Yeah, and that's definitely rough to see, but just know they could go for either the throw or the dunk. They do have that breathing room to come back.
Evasion picked up first blood for his team, but unfortunately, they all wound up falling. Hook just demolished Dito. Inside purple, spots a second, at least gets 1 bullet on him. Temp is just sitting inside blue with this AR in hand. His only goal here, Fox, is to just stop anyone from Isolation from touching the drone. 35 seconds left. 3 players of ISO around this objective area. They can make this happen. They need to find the kills, though, inside of purple. Right now, they're getting flanked. The flank winds up paying off. 4 fall for Isolation. Denial has full map control with 20 seconds left. If who can just grab this one and toss it off the map, that will be it. He does just that. Denial clutching up in overtime, winning this one by just 1 point. What a rough turn of events for ISO. They had the 1-point opportunity and just missed it there at the end of side number 2. Some unclutch moments for both teams in regulation time, but in the end, the Wolfpack going to go up 2-1 in the series.
All right, now it looks like we're actually going to see Compound Hardpoint. What team do you have taking Compound?
This is a map where I love the playstyle between Temp and Hook. Temp, if he runs that AR and plays a role that you see from Nameless as well as Aches on this map where he holds down the spawns for his team, that is where Denial will see a ton of success. You also have Hook inside the hardpoint for his squad. If he wins the gunfights inside the objective, they will easily be able to take that one. Guys, don't go anywhere. I can see the chat loving that game number 3. Fox will be sure to get you into game 4, mainly because I will pass out and die if I have to continue solo casting. Guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, Compound Hardpoint.